opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jameis going to look to throw right away. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays. Both losses. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down limit.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. There's Chris Olave. And he's having to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The Eagles at 11-4 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shot of playoff football.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Winston. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
Oh, no doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Throwing is Hurts. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
From the 29, Hurts escaping the pressure right. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Winston. And his throw here's incomplete. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, it may have made their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's...
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
For a team that came in there with a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Hurts to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Winston. And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
Juice is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith from 3 yards out. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And he's only hit 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. Nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts. And he'll get in. He's in for a touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here in this drive.
And the positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you have confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
He completes it to Olave, and he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, it's Hill, complete. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform with 4 interceptions here in the first half and several different. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
19 right.
They go play action with Hurts. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Go street. Pat the street. Pat the hustle. Hustle. 1918. And hurt.
They'll look to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He'll look to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. And now here's another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson will block. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield, and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. He'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Winston now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. Winston now from the 50. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Pete Werner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Right there, hurt. Go check.
To try again after the sack. Hurts. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, well, it got to him. So they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Winston. He is going to find Hill here. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. First down, Winston. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get the sack. Kobe Dean, credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston looking long for Thomas. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And some space here. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
49 yards on the ground for him so far. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. 27. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like, it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 3rd and 4 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And
because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's Olave bringing in another one. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. On 1st and 10, Winston finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Jameis now on 1st down. That is caught by Callaway. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Winston. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lutz good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts sliding out of the pocket. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter. Up really big. That pass and incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Throwing is Hurts. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Eagles,
they improved their mark to 12-4 with one game to go.